What is the quickest way to rank up your clan progression? It's something I personally haven't focused on all too much. The concept of the clan battle, the clan progress, hasn't been one that's been all too interesting for myself. And I know many of you guys are the same, but it's an aspect of the game that we want to complete, we want to max out 100%. Today, I'm going to show you how I am progressing through the clan progress very quickly, very simply guys. Coming over to the Tunnel Vision race. It is a clan race, 2.4 mile foggy. It is of course a bit of a wet one, but it's a daily driver Grand Tourer race. We're going to jump into it straight away, and in this race, interestingly, time and time again, I am coming up against another player, a proper PvP. I'm of course in the Bentley GT Continental, which I think is absolutely broken for this race. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Bestia there in a Audi TT RS, launching the Bentley GT Continental off the line absolutely fantastically. This thing is an absolute beast. The TTRS is right on the back of us at the early stages. Coming through this first left-hander, high revs through second gear, keeping it pinned to the left-hand side, staying left into the right-hander here. Touch of handbrake to get the back end round, get the power back on, of course, the four-wheel drive systems powering us back forward, essentially. Having the four-wheel drive system, especially in this race, is absolutely key. But the beauty of this race, it only takes about 1 minute and 20 seconds or 25 seconds, depending on obviously the driving ability, to get through this. And coming in this one, rinse and repeating it 10-15 times, you're going to progress through the clan progress essentially so quickly as we come into this very tricky section. Now, I've done this race so many times and I've never done a good time in this race without hitting that wall there. So don't be uneasy if you do hit that wall. It typically leads us to having a faster lap time, as we can see Bestia dive bombing us into that right hand hairpin. Get the power back down once again. We're almost towards the end of this race, and we do have a little tricky section up ahead here. Don't want to outbrake ourselves as Bestia dive bombs us once again. Totally loses control of the TTRS. We managed to keep our composure, get around that little tricky section there, get the power down, cross the line, take out another win on this. It is a very good race, very good for progressing through the clan progress very quickly. And with that all being done, we have now finished off level 30, I believe it was, so we'll push forward and we'll see what is being told to us at this point with level 30 with Jo Munoz. It's probably going to be something with a lack of engagement. She knows all about us, we're a great driver. That's of course that's very obvious, isn't it? I say that tongue and cheek. The dialogue's not overly engaging, guys. I am talking over it because it's not very exciting, but some of you guys haven't got there. But she does want to challenge us to a duel. It is a sprint, 4 mile clear, but it is 100% off-road. That may put a lot of people off. The off-road videos don't tend to do too well on this channel, but I do quite enjoy the off-road racing. We'll push forward with it in the Range Rover Sport SVR with some phenomenal panoramic views there. I don't know what was going on. We, of course, in the Range Rover SVR versus Audi Q7. We know the SVR is absolutely fantastic off-road. I do imagine the vast majority of people will be in the Sentiero buggy. I absolutely hate driving it. I much prefer the Range Rover Sport or the Jaguar F-Type SVR for these off-road races. Of course, we could have jumped in Brum. Never thought about that one actually. We could have jumped in Brum for this race. That's been a missed opportunity. That would have been brilliant for this video. Regardless, we're in the Range Rover Sport. We can see floating around the big winding left-hand corner into this right-hand corner. The SVR is absolutely fantastic. For being a free car, for buying the version of the game that I did buy, it's been an absolutely fantastic buy for all these off-road races. Largely being very powerful. The Sentiero, we do know it is quicker, but I just hate driving it. I will typically, time and time again, use the SVR. Like we can see, coming through these fast sections, the SVR just floats across all the undulations on the track into the right-hander here. We do just, yeah, it looked like we were a bit too fast. We lost the back end, we did clip a wall into the left-hander, float it over to the right-hander, getting the power back down. The SVR, when you obviously build this for being focused off-road, it is absolutely fantastic, guys. I do hope you guys are trying out the SVR. But with that being said, let me know, what is your go-to vehicle for these off-road races? Are you Sentiero? Are you SVR? Are you the Lamborghini Urus? Are you something completely different? Let me know in the comment section, guys. That would be fantastic. Pushing through the race though, 40% complete. as we come across the little bridge section here into the right-hander. Now typically we do get unsettled. I get unsettled again, actually clipped the bridge, but typically with that section we do tend to get unsettled from the tarmac back to gravel. A bit of loss of traction essentially there, we do get unsettled, so just be cautious with that one. As we come up into the left-hander here, getting the power back down, floating through into the right-hander as we progress uphill. The power behind the SVR, it is absolutely fantastic. Float through that left-hander into another right-hander, flowing through into another left-hander up ahead. It's actually a very, very good circuit that we've got here to race Joe Munoz. I say race Joe Munoz, it's not much of a race, absolutely nowhere to be seen. It is very disappointing. It is one thing I have touched on every time I've done these clan progression races or battles. The AI that we go up against, whoever it may be, it is not challenging enough. And I'm not coming on here to say I'm the best driver in the game, because I most certainly am not. But the AI difficulty just isn't there. There's not a challenge with these races, which is good for progress. Come in, do the race once, and get on with the rest of the game. But for me, I want a bit more to fight for, a bit more engagement, a bit more of a battle, a bit more, you know, fisticuffs in these races. And typically, we're nowhere to be seen. The AI are nowhere to be seen in these races. Like we can see coming through this checkpoint, we are 7 seconds ahead of Joe Munoz in the Audi Q7. It isn't overly challenging. I would like that to change, but we're not going to complain all too much, guys. We'll take a win when a win is presented to us. We've got about 15% or so left of this race. Big floating left-hander here, do get pushed a little bit wide here, but we have got some hairpins, a little bit of the handbrake. Try to bring that back end round, not the cleanest of hairpins from myself, but we will push forward uphill. Nice left-hander here, we'll try and cut the track just a little bit as the back end does float round from us. Try to bring the front end back round so we can get all four wheels going in the same direction and get the power down. Handbrake once again, another right-hand hairpin here. The little kink in the inside of those hairpins, it does help bring the back end of this absolute tank round a little bit cleaner, and we can push forward, guys. Cross the finish line, take out first place, and complete level 30 of the clan battle progression. Very easy race, very simple, not much of a challenge at all, but like we can see, claiming out level 30, we are of course presented with some fantastic rewards for this. What is that reward? It's a pink or beige and brown miniskirt. I'm sure we're all ecstatic about that one. I am of course right now in the F-Type SVR. I was hoping to use that one in the race, got to the race, and the RP of the stock F-Type is too high, hence why I did use the Range Rover Sport. But what we'll do, guys, we'll probably push forward. Let's see what Joe Munoz has to say for us. There's surely going to be a dialogue to round out what we just went through there. Looking at the SVR, the F-Type SVR, we can see just how fantastically capable this thing is off-road. Again, if you're looking for an off-roader that you may not have used before, do jump into the F-Type, build it for off-road races, guys. I'm pretty sure you will be pleasantly surprised by this car in particular. Now then, we get back to the Sharps HQ. Let's find Joe Munoz. She's at the back corner here. What's she got to say for us? Is it going to be anything interesting, as it takes her 10 minutes to stand up out of her chair and actually talk to us? She knows how to lose in style, and everybody loves what we've done. Fantastic. I hope you guys love what we're doing right now. If you are, little plug there, guys. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, tap on the bell, all the usual good stuff. It does help the channel. I do want to grow this channel. So with all that being said, level 30 has now been completed, and as we can see, a reward of a mini skirt and obviously some coins for completing all of the races and such. The rewards aren't that great. The dialogue is essentially terrible, and the racing wasn't overly fantastic, so that there is a thing that really needs addressed in game. Hopefully with the launch or the release of the Ibiza map, this is something that will be addressed, as I struggle to negotiate the Ferrari F40 on a soaking wet Hong Kong street, guys. I will wrap it up there for today. Do hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, once again, smash that like button, subscribe, tap on the bell, all the usual good stuff, and I will catch you all in the next video, of course, all around Test Drive Unlimited, Solar Crown.